So what's going on, everyone? Today I have some really exciting Rave in the Redwoods information to share with you all, as last night Lee Ross, the Associate Project Director of Zombies at Infinity Ward, done a Q&A on Call of Duty's Twitter account, and my god, some of the things he answered is extremely exciting, and there's a ton of information which is brand new, never heard stuff before, so I thought I'd bring this to you in a video and get your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. So straight away, we're starting off with a question, is if there is a new perk in RAVE in the Redwoods. Now, he's answered this before and said yes, but I guess to kind of make sure that there definitely is one, he says yes. Want to know what they are? You'll have to wait and find out on January 31st on PS4. Now, it's interesting, he uses the words are, as in what they are, which means there is multiple perks by the sounds of it coming into this map, which is really exciting. There has been some talks in the community ever since Zombies in Spaceland came out about a perk in the game files called Deadeye Dewdrops, which sounds a lot like Deadshot Daiquiri. That could be one of the new perks coming in, but he wouldn't say anything, very tight lips, so if you guys have any perk ideas, let me know below. Now the next thing is incredibly exciting as well, as he confirmed the names of all of the new Fate and Fortune cards. So we're getting one new Fate card, which are the cards which you don't need to get from zombie crates. They're always available, and this one's called Timely Torrent. And the four new Fortune cards are called Purify, Explosive Touch, Shared Fate, and Fire Chains. Now to me, Timely Torrent sounds a lot similar to a Killing Time, although this is a Fate card, so this is a default one that you can just select whenever you want, so it's not going to be too overpowered like a Killing Time in my opinion. But to me, Shared Fate sounds a lot like profit sharing, although when you think about it, profit sharing is very simple, the name is very easy to suggest what that gobblegum does, but Shared Fate is interesting because it sounds like you're sharing your fate with your team, which means you're going to die out the same way. It's obviously not going to be like that. The one that can probably guess the most, because it's easiest, is Explosive Touch, where I guess like in Exo Zombies there was that weird drop where if zombies touch you, a bit like Burned Out, you're explosive to the touch, the zombies around you will just explode. Now Timely Torrent is a Fate card, which means it's probably not going to be too powerful like I said. Now we have some others where you get some specialist weapons from multiplayer, and Timely Torrent could have a similar thing where we have an overpowered weapon which we can use for 30 seconds. But again, if you guys have any ideas, drop them below. Now here's where things get even more interesting. Someone asks, is the Afterlife mode going to return? And Lee Ross says, I hope you enjoyed the Afterlife arcade and Zombies in Spaceland. Do you want it to come back? In my opinion, that's a hint to kind of gauge interest that the Afterlife arcade is going to be returning in Rave in the Redwoods, and I'd love to get your thoughts on that down below. Do you like that system? Do you think it should be just like normal zombies, where once you've bled out, that's it, you've got to wait to the end of the next round before you come back? Let me know. But interesting enough as well, the ticket system is not returning into Rave in the Redwoods. They say we've changed the challenges to be personal this time, and reward players with offhand weapons. So what exactly does this mean? Well, it means that rather than the Neil Robot challenges which were shared between the entire team, these challenges will be personal to each player. So say if you activate a challenge that involves you, I don't know, killing crawler zombies for instance, it's going to be a challenge which only you're going to have, and no one else in your team will be doing that challenge, as they're specific to each player in the game. And as for rewarding with offhand weapons, that to me sounds like it's going to be secondary items such as grenades and stuff which is in your inventory, which aren't exactly weapons that you hold, as in the words offhand weapons. So if there's no tickets, then how exactly are you going to be able to get stuff like the rewind grenades, the black hole grenades, stuff like that? I think this is where the personal challenges are going to fit in here. Now this is a super controversial thing here, as someone asked, is there double pack-a-punch and are there any bumper cars? And he says only if you were good enough in Spaceland. Were you? As for bumper cars, not this time around. So if you guys remember in the Spaceland Easter egg, when you complete that Easter egg, you install an alien fuse in the pack-a-punch machine, and that allows you to double PAP. Now, he's saying only if you were good enough in Spaceland can you double pack-a-punch inside of Rave in the Redwoods. Now I'm assuming if you've done this Easter egg, then the alien fuse from Spaceland is going to be installed inside of the pack-a-punch, allowing you to double pack-a-punch. Now in a way, this could almost symbolise that the pack-a-punch room is going to be exactly the same as the one we had in Spaceland. You can even see in the trailer at one part they're pack-a-punching and it's the exact same projector, so it could very well be that exact same room. Now this does sound to be a little bit punishing for those that haven't done the Easter egg, as if you go into RAVE in the Redwoods, it sounds like you won't be able to double Pack-a-Punch unless you've completed the main Easter egg in that map, but if you completed Spaceland, then you can double pack pretty much straight off the bat. A very, very interesting fact there. Let me know your thoughts on if you like that or not. Now, someone asked, will the perk jingles change to fit a 90s vibe? And they say the jingles haven't changed, but the secret song is an original tune in the 90s breakbeat style. So in Spaceland we had two 80s original songs which were remixes of the Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2 menu music. This time around it's going to be a completely original tune, which is going to be exciting to hear. Now, someone asked, is the Easter egg going to be harder than zombies in Spaceland? And let's be honest, the actual main steps to get to the boss were really self-explanatory. It was so simple, and he replied saying the Easter eggs in RAVE in the Redwoods are dependent on player skill level. So if you're good at Easter eggs, you're going to be pretty much comfortable finding this one, but if you aren't too good and you struggle a little bit, then this may be a little bit tricky. Now we're going to end this video with possibly one of the most bits of exciting news ever. Someone says, in RAVE, will there be subtle hints to the next DLC map? Sorry, Wyler film? And Lee Ross says, did someone say outro cinematic? Now what's incredibly awesome is the fact that we as a community were so vocal after finishing Spaceland that there wasn't an outro cinematic. They heard loud and clear that we really wanted there to be some sort of ending cutscene and outro cinematic, just something that was worth all that time and effort completing that Easter egg. Now they've listened, and it sounds like they definitely have put in an outro cinematic by the sounds of that tweet there, which is absolutely fantastic. Now being personal, I looked back at the Extinction cutscenes, they were all CGI, they looked really realistic, and I hope that the outro cinematic in this follows that same sort of style like they did in Extinction, as well as in Black Ops 3 Zombies, where those outro cutscenes were super realistic, like they were in-game cutscenes to be exactly honest, and I really hope that we don't get another comic-y style cutscene for the outro, but I hope we get like a real life, realistic looking cutscene that will explain the story a little bit and will move the story forwards. There we go guys, some absolutely ridiculous intel there shared by Lee Ross on the Call of Duty Twitter. But that's all we have for today's video. If this got you more excited for RAVE in the Redwoods, let me know down below, and if you did enjoy today's video, then a like rating would be muchly and greatly appreciated. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future uploads, as come Monday the 30th of January, just before the launch of RAVE in the Redwoods, I'm going to have something very special on the channel. I think you guys know what I mean when I say something very special just before the release of the DLC. I think some gameplay will make its way on the channel at some point then, so be sure to look out for that. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on that great stuff, and I'll catch you guys in another video very soon.